Oh, this will work perfect. Okay, we are here putting together the interior of the pod. We've got the exterior that Jason built over there, so we're going to be starting to do coloring or painting on that and texturing. Then we're going to start building the interior of it, which we'll set up inside the garage or somewhere for man in boots to crawl through. And then to keep things organized, we're going to be building some more shelving in here, as it's just kind of getting crazy with all the stuff that we're building, to try to see if we can keep it organized and methodical. And Frank blessed us with his presence on his beautiful bike and his beautiful self.
Little YouTube trick: take your nail, flatten the head, keeps you from slitting the board.
Yeah. So are you a set builder?
Yeah, right now.
What's your background?
I've done years of basically house remodeling, house construction. Did some remodels down in Coto de Caza, mostly out in California. Did framing, but I wear a lot of hats. And I think that's probably going to be important maybe for this project.
What are your thoughts about the project?
Awesome. I love science fiction, so I hope that the movie turns out really well. It's a fun way to invest my time, and I have a lot of good feeling about it so far. And yeah, the people that are working on it seem really professional, really cool. I've seen some of their work. So I'm excited about the idea and excited to be included in the project. We need 2 extra studs right here to run.
Right down the middle?
No, right here. So we need 2 trimmers to go next to these.
Oh, that way it has something flat to sit on?
Yeah, if we want to do it that way. If we were going to frame it out that way, but it's not really that big of a deal. We can just we can cut 35s or the 22 because they're 22 degrees.
Oh, okay, yeah. And just kind of put them in and then tap it on top of those.
Yeah, for example, like if this is probably short enough, but we'd have to do like this to make our backing, and still the floor is going to be kind of funny. So if we did another stud like this, our floor is going to be flat and it'll run flush, and then we'll just have a little bump there. But we can caulk the inside of it and seal it and hide it.
I'm okay with hiding it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, we'd have to go out and get another 10-footer.
Yeah, so let's not do that, and because we got plenty of these short ones, so we can get away with that, and then we can brace it that way.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
I was originally born in California, and I grew up in Ohio. I came out to California looking for well, basically my dad lived out there, but I was looking to play some music. I met Frank, which is the man in boots on this project. Well, Frank kind of had me come out. He's been living out here in Salt Lake City for a long time, so we've been friends for almost 20 years. So that's kind of how I fell into this project. He just invited me on. So these are going to be the walls of an 8-sided spaceship. For anybody that's interested in this. And honestly, I've never built a spaceship before, but I'm sure everybody's got to start somewhere, right? I don't think that we're going to be able to lay it down tonight.
Okay.
I think that we should get it buttoned up as best we can and try to walk it
over there.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Then when it's light out and my arm isn't on fire.
Yeah. Hope that no gale force winds come and take it away.
We can actually, you know, maybe we should probably, you want to just scoot it in front of the garage?
Yeah, we can keep it there.
And then tie it off to the top.
Not a bad idea.
From blowing over.
Just bungee it. Well, after yesterday's little engineering mishap, Jake has rethought the process of how we can get this to be structurally sound and going at it.
We'll see.
So what's the solution?
Well, instead of framing up a couple of windows today, we're going to try to make the whole structure, because it's so long, a square, and essentially fit an octagon inside the square. to create the fuselage of the ship. Yesterday we got too eager and tried to lay it down on its side, and well, perhaps you've seen the footage. The worst. Where is that?
Well, we decided that we're going to start from scratch.
So Weston and Jake have been framing up this this piece of set work, and it's looking pretty good. The one they had before looked cool, but was structurally unsound.
Yeah, now we get two.
This looks much better. I just rode over to watch.
Fill that hole in, right?
Yeah.
And then with the coping there, we'll get these on here. And I noticed that these schedule out pretty good. You can get 3 across each side, and you have 6. So even with it staggered, you can get 1 on center. One dead on center. And
Oh, wow.
faking the last one. When
Yeah.
that's screwed in, it will stay upright.
Yeah.
If you want, I can screw it in now, and that traps the coping in place. I'll just put one more screw there if you want. And then with the doors, as we were saying,
Yeah, stick those doors back in there. Yeah.
kind of right over those lines, those creases, and take those right out of there.
Yeah, I like those because these add a lot of depth to it. Makes it look very industrial.
And that's starting to look like what you need to see on film, I hope.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like, especially with these guys over here,
In the block
and
corner.
then we can take the coping line
Yeah,
and we can put, what were you saying?
the construction tape on there.
Yeah, and just kind of do the black yellow on it.
Yeah, to give it like a warning, like this is a loading zone. Don't leave stuff on the ground here, you know. Like
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, that's the structure so far, and the only pieces that we bought were a few of these big long 10-foot pieces, and then the major supports that actually are going to hold Frank's weight for safety reasons. Then almost everything else is just leftover wood from our projects or from things that we found at construction sites. Yeah, and then we'll just use all this styrofoam to fill it out and make it look unique and rigidy. Yeah, so the next part will be get Drew down here and kind of figure out what the shot will look like in the lens, and then we can kind of figure out, okay, what needs to be filled in because we see it and what can we forget about.
Man, it's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
No. We should, let's go right back to work.